Y'all, I'm about to make the most amazing pasta um, and sauce without meat. Like, you never know that there's no meat in this because it is so good. So here I'm just cutting up the onions, and if you don't like onions, you can leave them out, but the onions really give it a lot of flavor because you need to make sure that, especially when you're cooking without meat because you don't have all that fat, you want to make sure you're adding flavor to every layer of your food. So I do onions, and you can also use green peppers, red peppers, blue peppers, orange peppers, whatever color peppers you like, but I just don't eat peppers. That's the only reason why I did not add them. You can even add like roasted garlic. I was just really trying to keep it simple. That's why I only added the onions. But you can add whatever you like. So I don't really like to cut them up. I want them really fine where they almost disappear into the sauce. So that's why I use this little thing to kind of really mince them up really good. But you can use any size onions your little heart desires. Now I'm going to do some mushrooms. Y'all listen. I'm not sure if you wash your mushrooms in water, how you do your mushrooms, but baby, I used to put mine down in water, but I discovered my mushrooms have a lot of water in them themselves, so I really don't put them down in water anymore. I just take a paper towel and try to get as much of the dirt off as possible. Do I get all the dirt off? I guess not, but does it hurt? Absolutely not. Does it change the flavor of the food? Absolutely not. So you do you, however you get the dirt off your mushrooms, babe. Keep doing that because this is your dish. It belongs to you, and do it any way your little heart desires. So now I'm going to show you all the different seasonings that I like in my pasta sauce. Again, you can use any different seasonings you like. I like to use turmeric just because it's healthy, and I just like the way it gives the food color. So if you don't like turmeric, if you don't like salt, if you don't like oregano, whatever you don't like, put the seasonings in your food that makes you feel good about your food and what your family likes. This is everyday seasoning, only sold at Trader Joe's. So if I was you, I'd go to Trader Joe's and pick up some. And I'm gluten free, so I use this pasta. I think they sell it at Walmart, Wegmans. They sell it at a lot of different places. And also, I like to mix the sauce because it gives it such an amazing flavor. It's nothing like putting both the sauces together. And then, of course, if you don't like spinach, you don't have to add the spinach. You can do broccoli. You can do nothing. You can do mixed vegetables. And I use avocado oil. You can use any kind of oil you like, baby. So now I'm going to, I do salt my water, but that's totally up to you. I do salt my water because, like I said, I need every single layer to have its own flavor. So I didn't put a whole lot of salt. You put as much as you like. So then I'm going to add my pasta to the water, and tell me, y'all, why in the world I did not break this pasta in half. Like, what was I thinking? Or was I thinking at all? I mean, I'm trying to push it down in the water. All I had to do, y'all, was break it in half. But no, I'm trying to go ahead and finish this video doing a TikTok at the same time. I was doing too much at one time. So, and then I could have very well used the bigger pot. What do you think? But did I? No. But this still came out absolutely amazing. So you do your pasta. I follow pretty much the recipe on the back of the box to cook the pasta. And with this type of pasta, you may have to cook it a little longer. You just have to keep tasting it. I like mine a certain way, and I'm sure you do too. So just taste your pasta to see if it's as cooked as you like your pasta to be. Now I am getting my pot ready with the avocado oil to cook my onions. Look how fine those onions are, y'all. Don't play with me. You know how some family members, I don't like onions. Well, if you make them this small, they will never, ever know that there are onions in your recipe. They'll just be getting the flavor of the onions because you gotta have that in order to make this dish or any dish that you're gonna put onions in taste right. How do you make a dish with no onions? And then I just added as much onions as I wanted, and now I am going to add these mushrooms, y'all. And the reason I have so many mushrooms is because it is taking the place of the meat. So that's why I put so many mushrooms, but you can leave out the mushrooms. You can add meat. You can add seafood. Add whatever you like in your spaghetti to make it your own. I'm just showing you how I did my recipe because this is how I like mine. And sometimes I do add meat to it, but this time I didn't because I didn't really want the meat. And believe it or not, y'all, when I was eating this, I did not even miss the meat because I would have used like a ground turkey, um, that's pretty much the only thing I probably would have used was ground turkey because I don't eat much meat other than white meat. So if you want ground beef, ground anything, add it to your pasta sauce because you have to make this like you and your family like to eat your spaghetti because I know spaghetti is a big staple in most homes and I eat it quite often, but I try my hardest to keep it as healthy as possible. And yes, it may seem like I'm adding a lot of different seasonings, but if you notice, I'm adding a little bit of each seasoning because some people say, I don't like to eat healthy because it don't taste good. Because you're not seasoning it. That's why you have to season your food like you like it to taste. And that's what I'm doing here. So I definitely used all of those seasonings, but I did not add a lot of it. I added it to taste. And while you're cooking, you may have to continue to taste your food to see if you need more seasoning, to see if you need more oil, because this started to dry out, right? So I said, oh, well, now that it's starting to dry out, I added a little more oil just so that it wouldn't dry out. You have to really make recipes your own. So that's why I started adding more avocado oil here. And I use avocado oil because I think it's a more healthier oil. And I'm trying to keep this 64-year-old body as healthy as I could possibly keep it. So now I am going to definitely add some vegetables. You can do mixed vegetables, but I am doing spinach because that is what I wanted. And you know, it just may seem like you're adding a lot of spinach, but when I tell you spinach cooks down to nothing, you're going to see in a minute. Once it starts cooking down, I just added the top to it so it would hurry up. I already had added some of the white sauce, so now I'm adding some of the, I think that's marinara sauce. When I tell you that this combination of sauce is everything, everything it is. Look how my spinach is cooked down to almost nothing. I try to tell you, So make sure you're adding enough spinach and enough sauce. I figured I only had a little bit left in that jar. Guess what I'm about to do? I'm about to add all of that right to this sauce because ain't nobody got time to be wasting no sauce, leaving a little bit in the jar. So listen, y'all, you got to try this combination of sauce. Don't say, oh, I don't like that. Well, you have to try it before you say you don't like it because I didn't think it would taste good either. But when I tell you these two sauces mixed together is absolutely amazing. To me, it almost makes it taste, it gives it, I don't know, it gives it a completely different taste than just your regular old spaghetti sauce. To me, it just tastes so much better. So listen, y'all, I know if you make this recipe, your family is going to absolutely love it. My family and friends love it. I love it. And it's just a hit with everyone that try it. They love it. So I want you to try this recipe too. Don't say you don't like it until you have tried it. You just have to make sure you try it before you say you don't like it. And then I just put a little spaghetti in there just to kind of make it look cute, And then this is my plate. I didn't use a lot of sauce just because I didn't want a lot of sauce. So you can put as much sauce on your spaghetti as you like. Remember to share this with your family and friends. Don't be greedy. Share this food with your family and friends so they can think you're a real good cook like my family and friends think I am. So here are some views from my family and friends. Sure, how's the pasta?
Excellent. Good flavor, good balance. You taste the seasoning that you used in it. Just
Mr. KO.
Y'all
It's
would be
it's
used
hot.
to me by now. A creamy tomato pasta sauce. That's really flavorful. I
Mmm.
like it.
Thank
Good
you.
stuff.
All right, guys. You heard it from the best.